Okay, guys, so we are now on the next part of our video. So we're still on the discussion for the continuation of your, okay, for the continuation of your intransitive verb. As you have noticed, the discussion on intransitive verb is quite too long. Yes, because as I told you earlier, transitive verbs do have a lot of rules to consider. Now, what we're going to study is the continuation of your special intransitive verb. Okay. For the special intransitive verb, as I told you before, teacher, in your earlier discussions, you told that an intransitive verb can be followed by an adverb and can be followed by your what? Substantive of adverb, which are the phrases again, and your what? Clauses, particularly the adverb phrases and clauses. But guys, we do have what do we call special intransitive verb in the form of what? In the form of your collocations. When I talk about your collocations here, guys, we have your verb. There are specific verbs in grammar that are actually followed by a specific what? Prepositions. Now, teacher, if I do have here verb plus what? Preposition, then what comes after my preposition? Always remember, guys, that whenever you use a preposition in grammar, it is technically followed by a noun and what? And a pronoun. Now, teacher, if I do have here a preposition and it is followed by a noun, so what is the function of noun or pronoun that comes after a preposition? Teacher, is that a direct object? No, it is not used as a direct object. So in this sentence construction, your noun here is already used as what? Object of what? It is already your object of your prepositions. Guys, if you check again Google, okay, Google is actually our best friend in studying grammar because there's a lot of reference materials that you can download from YouTube or you can search also Google. You can find this actually in YouTube or either in Google. Okay, so if you search if you type verb plus preposition as collocation, so what are examples of this? Let's say we have your agree with. We also have your what? Focus on. We also have some other examples like we have your insist on. We have your smile at, the one that we used in our earlier lecture. We have belong is followed by to. Guys, with these combinations, we do have a lot. So teacher, what else? We have your other examples. We can have also your die followed by what? Of. So die of. Okay, agree with, disagree with. So teacher, what other combinations do we use? So again, there is a lot that you can see actually in your what? In Google. So teacher, if I want to make a sentence construction regarding this one, so how do I use that now in a sentence? What is now the function of agree? What is the function of focus? What is the function of insist? What is the function of smile? Then guys, remember this. They are only used, remember, they are only used as what? Intransitive. So again, they are used as what? Intransitive. So teacher, what are other examples? So I can tell you some examples, guys. You can have your one. Care about, forget about, think about, worry about, complain about. So if you notice, if you use your preposition about here, there are a lot of verbs that you can use. Again, care, forget, reminisce, think, worry, complain, lie, talk, wonder. Another verb, for example, if you want to use this preposition, we have your against. So what are prepositions that we have to use here? So you can use react against, protest against, revel against. How about at? Aim at, look at. This is very common. Hint at, point at, wave at. How about of? Smell of, beware of, consist of. How about for? You can say apply for, beg for, pray for, wait for, apologize for, and many verbs. We also have on. We have depend on, insist on, rely on, something like that. And we have into, change into, develop into. We also have like to. Let's say yield to, refer to. And of course, let's say with. It's like what I have already given here. Agree with, share with, cooperate with, mingle with. So as I told you guys, all these verbs followed by this specific prepositions are always used as what? Intransitive verb. Okay, let's have an example here. I agree. What's the preposition? With plus noun. I agree with Mary. So the sentence pattern here, guys, we have your SIV. With is the preposition. Then what is again the function of Mary here? It is already your object of preposition. So whenever you make a sentence construction using the verb agree, we usually use your what? Preposition with. And they're already collocation. It means they go together. We don't say, I agree, Mary. We don't do that. Another one, you can say, you should focus on your studies. So when I say you should focus on your studies, so focus on. So studies is again object of what? Preposition. You can say he complained. Okay. He complained. What's the preposition? It's followed by about. He complained about the rules. So complain here is definitely an intransitive verb. Another example here. I always, okay, I always think of you. So you here is what? As a pronoun. I always think of her. I always think of us. In that case, remember guys, if you use pronoun after a preposition, always remember guys that pronouns has different kinds. We have the subjective pronoun, the objective pronoun like that. But what kinds of pronoun do we use? Always use your what? Always use your objective pronoun. Again, we use what? Objective pronoun. So to give you an example, he is the subjective. What is the objective? Him. She is the subjective. What is the objective? Her. We is the subject. What is the object? Us. The same thing with they. What's the object? Them. So you, okay, same thing. The objective is what? You. So again, guys, whenever you use pronoun after a preposition, use the objective form. We don't use the subjective form like I always think of she, then that is grammatically incorrect. So is it clear, guys? I repeat, whenever you use a pronoun that is used after a preposition, then we use the objective form of your pronoun. Let's say the people, okay, the people protest. So whenever you use this verb protest, what's the preposition? Against. The people protest against the what? Management. The people protest against the leader. So in that case, protest is again an intransitive verb because it is always followed by what preposition? Against. We don't say I protest the management I protest to president, then that is what? Incorrect. So this is simply teacher, students, teacher. So are you saying that if you use special intransitive verb in the form of collocation, these verbs are intransitive? Yes. And followed by noun and pronoun? Yes. So I hope this is clear, guys. So the combinations that I have just mentioned using at, for, on, about, and against, you can actually see them what? On the net. Or you can actually send me personal message if you do want the list. I can send it to you through my messenger. So you can check my Facebook page. You just type Christopher Tabili or Teacher Christoph G. So that is, you can search that, or you can have my personal Facebook. Just type Christopher Tabili, send me a message through Messenger, and I can send you some list of these collocations. Now, guys, here is the twist. Teacher, what is that again? So, does it make me more confused again? A little bit, I guess, but I can try to explain it to you. Okay, again, this is grammar made easy. Teacher, you said that in the form of agree with, focus on, belong to, insist on, smile at, that is a form of a special intransitive verb in the form of collocations. But teacher, I also have also learned before, I learned in the past that when we have your verb plus preposition, right? Teacher, I learned this before that these are also your what? Verbal phrases. Yes. So what is now, teacher, the difference? How do I identify if it's a verb phrase or if it's what? A collocation. Example for that, guys, is we have your put on. Teacher, put on. This is a verb. Yes. This is a preposition. Yes. But is this a collocation? No. It is a verb phrase. Now, teacher, how do I know that? If it's a verbal phrase, guys, it functions, okay? It functions as what? As the main verb. Because put on has a verb meaning. When I say put on, it means what? Wear. So when we say you put on your hat, or you can say put off. Oh, you put off. It means also remove. So in this case, it's a verb plus preposition, yes, but it is not a collocation. It is in the form of a verb phrase. So don't be confused. If it's a verb preposition, is it always a collocation, teacher? No. Consider it is also used as what? A verbal phrase. So don't be confused. Again, if you have encountered a verb preposition, identify whether it is a collocation or whether it is what? A verb phrase. Again, a verb phrase functions as what? As a main verb. Look at this example here. You put on your hat. So since this one is you put on, you put off, you wear. So this is already what? A transitive verb. Usually, most of the time, it is in the form of what? A transitive verb, because it's already followed by a noun here, and that is your what? Direct or direct object. You put on your hat. You put up your hat. So in that case, you remove your hat. So to differentiate, guys, a collocation doesn't have another, okay, doesn't have another verb meaning. I repeat, if it's a collocation, it doesn't have another verb meaning. Let's say agree with. Do you think there is another verb meaning? Focus on. Do you think is there any other verb meaning? No. The meaning itself is focus. The meaning itself is what? Agree. The same thing with complain about. The meaning itself is just complain. And we don't have any other meaning for this verb plus preposition combination. But if we do have like this, put on, let's say call off. So when we say call off, it means cancel. So instead of saying he canceled the meeting. You must say he called off the meeting. So this is how you differentiate, guys, whether a verb plus preposition is used as a collocation and used as a verb phrase. With the construction of your sentence, guys, both of them, if you notice, verb plus preposition plus noun, marry. Verb plus preposition plus noun, in this case, it's hat. Since this is an intransitive verb, your marry here, which is a noun, is what? An object of a preposition. Why it is an object of a preposition? Because it comes after a preposition. So any noun or pronoun that comes after a preposition in this case is an object of what? Preposition. But in this case, since this one functions as a main verb with another verb meaning, hat here is what? A direct or direct object. So again, guys, this is Grammar Made Easy again by teacher Christoph. And I guess we have already finished discussing intransitive verb. So we're ready for the ST video following this topic. So to sum up, we have already finished just one sentence pattern. So just one sentence pattern alone, guys, we do have already a lot of rules to consider. How much more with the other rules? So we will also study in detail like what we have done in the subject intransitive verb. So see you on my next video. Have a good day.